So, based on all the drywall work I've been doing recently, I think that if I decide I get bored with the soap making business, I definitely have, a future in drywall. But I don't really want to do that because it's really messy. And as a result, just everything is kind of in a thin layer of drywall dust, no matter what I do. I'm cleaning like a crazy person. It's wild. That's all. We're making bath bombs today, and I'll tell you more about them in just a minute. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things. And you are here for, we're testing out some new bath bombs and continuing on with the test of the copious amounts of butters and oils in bath bomb recipe thing that we've been doing because one of the Sudsers was at an event and it talked to one of the vendors who had amazing bath bombs. And so we are doing that, and we're going to be doing that with the new molds from Parton Prints, right? Because we tried it in a spherical form, and that went some kind of way. But now I want to try it in the 3D molds, because those are the ones that I'm bad at. You know what I mean? The 3D bath bomb molds. And so that's what we are going to do while we talk about, I guess, whether or not bath bombs in the 3D mold shape are really a beneficial thing to be adding to your line. Because I did mention earlier this week that I wanted to really kind of dive a little bit deeper into ROI and whether or not this is, something that you should be doing if you have a business. So let's get to the video. We're going to test out these molds. They're going to be awesome. And we're going to talk about all those things, there. Oh, I know this is super late, but I was waiting for my order from Parton, and 'tis the damn season. It is still not arrived, so that's a bummer. So I thought I could just use some of the other molds that I have, but I did want to show you what happened with that. So those things just sat for like 2, 3 days, and they cracked and crumbled and whatever. It was awful. The original ones that I did, not a lot of fun. So I'm changing the recipe. We're still going to do a half cup shea because I'm not scared. We're still going to do 30 ounces of baking soda. We're still going to do 15 ounces of citric acid and, the tablespoon of the scent. But in addition to that, we are not going to do the witch hazel. We're not going to do the water. We're just going to do the polysorbate. 1 full tablespoon of that, polysorbate 80. And we're going to see what we get with all of this. And with this, what I am hoping, because if you saw in the last video, the test of it was not a lot of fun. There was just so much shea butter just all around, my sink. So, your tub. And I was really concerned about the slickness of it all. And it looks like 58% humidity going on with this. So yes, I was concerned about the slickness of it all. So I thought, first off, no matter what, we have to get polysorbate into it. We have to get an emulsifier in it. Now, what the emulsifier is going to do for the oil is going to bind the water and the oil so it's, has an emulsion with your polysorbate, and so it's going to be able to disperse better throughout the water. Now, this is good for a number of reasons. First, because shea butter is going to be something that's going to be a slow penetrator to the skin itself. If you're sitting in there without the emulsifier, the water, it's going to have a harder time getting, to your skin and actually absorbing and being nice and moisturizing or whatever than you would if you didn't, without the water bound that. Second, for the tub and for the safety reasons, I'm all about it. Like, I definitely think the emulsifier is going to be good because it is distributing through the water. The water is binding to the shea butter. I'm expecting that I'm not going to get a ring around the tub. Therefore it's going to be safer, and it's going to be, better for putting it down the drain because it's bound to water and whatever, although it's still it's still iffy, but you know, we do put a lot of oil down the drain, just kind of generally. And it does tend to work better if you put, you know, water down with it. You know, because we have stuff. We oil from our bodies get off. You get it, all the things. What I don't get is why I'm still so very, very bad at these molds. So this was a mold that I don't even know that I showed you in all of this. It's from Parton Prints for their back to school thing. Came with these guys, I believe, with the crayons here. And I think I cut that footage out because I never could actually get a good apple. But at least this one, the thing stuck. So the extra copious amounts of the oil in all of this, the butter, is definitely helping with all of that. And with these crayons, I'm hoping, because this mixture is so damp, like it is so damp with all of the extra butters in here, I'm hoping that I might be able just to kind of throw it out of the mold, because the pressing it out, it was not a lot of fun. So yeah, I just kind of threw it out and it stayed in place better than anything else. But just to prove to you that this is not, you know, it is me. I am the problem. It's me and not the molds. I'm going to use this mold, which is an ass hat that Soap Chef made after she heard me call Kata ass hats in the video that I made about Kata molds, which I just, every time I think about it, I giggle, considering the subject matter of the video itself. And then you took the ass hat and you made it's great. I love it 100%. And I've never actually been able to use this mold. I bought it from her like a year plus ago, and haven't used it. And with that one, yeah, it broke. I'm just bad at it, you guys. I'm not good at these shaped bath bomb molds. And so it's not the mold. It's not Parton Prints being bad at something. It's me, for sure. This is another one that I picked up from Chef during the same time. And it's a finger, you know, because I said F these ass hats in the video. Yeah, she took that and ran with it. Good times. But yeah, so with this particular mold, I did have an easier time with it. For the most part, I don't like molds that don't have the stop on one side, but that's only because I'm confused. And also because I like to turn them around and bang on both sides. But that is not a requirement. You know, anybody who's seen all of the tutorials on how to make bath bomb molds with these 3D mold things, or make bath bombs out of the 3D mold things, they know that you just wrap, and it comes right out, right? It has not been my experience, but someday it will be. Someday that will be my journey. If I continue to do this, I'll get better at it, you know? But I am bound and determined to get a good ass hat out of all of this, and so I'm going to continue trying. But as you can see, the fingers, they worked beautifully. I love that so much. And with this particular, you know, recipe, like I said, very, very damp. And so this is going to be a very ideal recipe generally if you're reasonably good at making bath bombs. This is going to be a good one for your shaped molds, for sure, if you're good at making them in the shaped. Because all things considered, I'm not great at it, but it wasn't terrible. And yeah, so there's just more of me being bad at things. I am going to get a good one, but since we are testing, I want to make sure that I'm testing with the exact same type of bath bomb. So I did make a spherical bath bomb at the very beginning that we're going to test, you know, right away, and see, A, if it has the same oil going on with all of it. 2, if it floats. C, you know, if it's awesome. So that's what we're going to test now. But let's see if I manage to get it. I'm never going to get that off. There's no way that that's actually coming off. Did I try? Did I manage to do it? I did it, kinda. Look, I learn. Okay, and on to the test. And these are the remains of the day. And so again, I have one for the, you know, just the spherical. And drop test, it survives, but it does still dent. They're pretty fragile. I'm not going to drop these ones. I really do want the extra water in all of it to make it, you know, form that crust. It's going to give me a whole lot more comfort, you know, in shipping and everything. But for the actual test, it's a nice floater. It's beautiful. I love it. It's very, very bright. I definitely over-colored this. Speaking of over-coloring things, do not look at the edges of my sink and all of this. Yes, it is stained. The Soap and Clay Kidlets and I had an amazing weekend testing all kinds of things, and I need to take some more TLC to a stain. But look at that. It's a big, beautiful, violent fizz. It's fast. It's a fast fizz. I hate that. I hate that so hard. I do not want my bath bombs that weigh 9 ounces to fizz out in a minute. That is not my journey. And so for this, again, very, very simple with the baking soda, citric acid, polysorbate, I'm going to want to add something that's going to extend that fizz. So a cornstarch, an arrowroot, a kaolin clay, something. But I love the bubbles that come from the poly, so that makes me happy for sure. And looking at the side, yeah, the colorant is definitely sticking around for sure, but I don't see any oil, which is very important. Now, of course, we got to check as we are draining the tub to see what's going on with that. Like I said, nope, no judgment on my sink. You go look at your own sink, focus on your own kitchen. But there is definitely some pink going on all of that, but it's not greasy. There's definitely no greasiness going on with any of it. I don't feel uncomfortable when I put my hand in it. The water actually feels really nice, really conditioned. I love it. And with the side itself, no shea butter. 10 out of 10. Gotta add the poly. I'm gonna keep playing with this recipe because it's fun, but we are definitely on the right track. Yeah. And there it is, some Christmas themed, holiday themed bath bombs in really cute and unique ways. I super love the actual design of these bath bomb molds for sure. Obviously, as I'm continuing to work with the 3D bath bomb molds, I'm getting better at them. But back to what I was talking about within the video, as far as an ROI goes, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Considering how small they are, what they weigh, in comparison to, like, say, my kids' bombs that have like a toy inside of them, right? I sell my 3.5 ounce kids' bombs for like $3 a piece, maybe four. I don't remember. But these ones, since they're smaller, they end up having to go for, cheaper. And all of the work that goes into obviously figuring out the molds, that's a learning curve. I get it. You'll get faster at it the more that you do it. But then the decorating, which is also, yeah, you can get faster at it as the more you do it. But there's only so fast you can go with, doing stenciling or airbrushing or painting or whatever with the actual decoration at the end. So I don't know. For me personally, this is not something that is going to be worth it, just because my time costs so much more than what I can actually get from these bath bombs. And so for that though, these are fun and they're definitely ones that will be included in my subscription boxes every month because it's a new fun thing, but it won't be the bulk of my subscription box. I'm going to continue doing the spherical stuff, and then essentially just farming out the 3D mold bath bomb make to the sew apprentices and all the decoration because then I don't have to worry about it. Makes more sense to me for sure. But yeah, you let me know. What do you think about 3D bath bomb molds? Is this something that you have found is obviously it's a draw because they're cute. We love shaped bath bombs, but with these, is it actually making the money that you would expect to make from your bath bomb line any more so than your spherical bombs, if that makes sense? Because those don't take long to make at all. Let me know. I'm super interested. So yes, also Part and Prince. I have not been sponsored by them this entire time, but their subscription boxes are fire. So you should definitely go check them out. The very first box that you do, there's a coupon code that you can use. It's like first or something, and you get the first box for like $20 or something. Like it's a really good deal. And in and of itself, it's like $35 a month or something, I'm pretty sure. And that includes shipping. Again, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure on detail C. If I were sponsored, I would have this stuff down. Anyway, go check them out. They're really fun. And if you're into the 3D molds and all this stuff, do it. And go check out the rest of Part and Prince because they have all kinds of cool things outside of bath bomb molds. You can get 3D wands printed and 3D all of your geek stuff, Sudsers, thank you for being here, for joining me, for being you, for being awesome, for existing, and for letting me exist in your life for a little bit. I appreciate you guys so much. It's nice to see you. It's nice to talk to you. It's nice to know that you are all out there being awesome while we are all getting through our things. So yes, for the rest of you, I don't know you. So thanks for being here. I will see you guys all again tomorrow, I think. Yeah, for another round of actual soapy fun. Bye.